was gonna open. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Mayor Smith Joseph Lead Program Award Ceremony. It's a pleasure to have you all here to witness this amazing initiative that the mayor has started, of course, and we are glad that you all are here. So, with that being said, I know you've been a little patient. We were supposed to start at 5:30, but traffic, Miami. So here we are. With that being said, I will call up Mayor Smith Joseph to welcome us. Come on over, Mr. Mayor. Uh,
Thank you very much, Miss Alberta. How you doing, Chief? All right. I'm very excited. I don't know why every time I'm doing things on behalf of kids, I feel a little bit energized because I find myself always telling the same story over and over. Because I remember when I was your age, we were looking for a helping hand and hope that there would be some type of organization, CBOs, CBOs. You know what CBOs mean? Wow, oh my God. And you learned that here, right? In North Miami, the junior council. Yeah, these are the type of things I'm talking about. So, Chief, do you mind lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, that would be cool.
Okay, we're going to face the American flag over here, and I'd like everybody to place your right hand over your heart, please. Put your right hand over your heart. All right.
Say,
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
now just start Spangled Banner.
Star Spangled Banner? Well, I can't sing. I can't do that. Thank you, sir.
No, we are really lucky to have Chief Juriga as our chief of police, and he's been what 26 years. He's been with the city for the past 26 years. This is his only job as a police officer, right? And this is what we call dedication. Dedication. He knows the city better than the mayor does. So today we'll make it a little bit, just chill out and relax. And as I was saying earlier, we have our chief of staff, Natasha Korbuk. Yeah, you. Can. We also have our PIO director, Ms. Baker. We have representation from Commissioner Suarez, the father, Xavier Suarez, Mr. Martin. I thought there would be representation from Congresswoman Frederica Wilson as well. Did he make it, Mr. Scott? Oh, he's running late. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's very simple. When 16, 17, 18, you're graduating high school, there are a few things. Of course, you feel like you're on top of the world. I'm graduating high school. Ain't nobody can stop me now, right? But while the horizon is opening for you, and there's so many things that awaits you, and we want you to use your full potential. Your full potential. Imagine a chariot, loaded with whatever type of goods, sugar cane, potato, mango. I'm from the Caribbean, so. But for here, it would be what? What kind of stuff? Like apple, oranges, right? So you would see that, this chariot has a lot of potential to accomplish, whatever distance it's going to be going, right? 200 miles, 500 miles, 600 miles. Let's say it's going from here to Orlando or to Jacksonville. But the chariot has wheels, right? It has wheels, it has a body, and these things can break. during the course of the trajectory from here to wherever it's going. So we want to be there for you when you have a flat tire, when when the steering wheel is a little bit squeaky, and things are not looking too good. We want to be here as people who have traveled the path before. We know what that path is like, from being a child to a young adult, and some of you may even uh, be thinking about branching out of Miami after a certain time. But while you're trying to walk and even jump and leap and fly and soar like an eagle in a few years, but we want to be part of the success making process that you guys are undertaking. And you already know. I mean, I don't have to be preaching to you guys because I've seen you guys in action, and I know you guys are already self-propelled. Some of you have like 4.5, 4.9 GPAs, and Miss Eliasson, right? Huh? The vice mayor or a member at large. Okay, she's a member. That's one of the initiative that I came up with toward the end of my tenure. We elected a junior council. We have. I think the mayor had to go away, so you guys have to get to. I don't know what the process is going to be, so you're going to have to elect a new mayor. So I'm not going to be part of that. I mean, because you guys are the policy makers, so you do whatever that you need to do, right? But if you need advice or anything, you can always call me. All right. So again, that's the reason we are here. I mean, to let you know that we are here for you, because there is a lot of things that await you. Like I said earlier, sometimes you're gonna be scared. Sometimes you're gonna feel, am I gonna make it? You may be the smartest person, but if you don't have the the people around you to surround you with love, affection, to let you know that, hey, listen, you may not be able to drive a Mercedes Benz now. You may not be able to buy a $150 Nike. So what? When I first started, am I preaching or what? I shouldn't be doing that, right? No. I'm supposed to just do opening remarks. Can I stop here? Yeah. No, I'm supposed to just do opening remarks. So this program is for you, and of course, for all the other kids that are coming, after. And we want you to know that Not Miami is here for you. So let's go with the program. I think the next in the agenda is well, they wanted me to talk about the vision, the reason why I came up with this program, and I think I've already said it all, because back in 1979, I came to this country, and believe me, I was completely lost. I was completely lost, and 1979, and then 4 years ago would be 2015, when I took my daughter to Florida A&M, which is my alma mater. I'm a rattler, yeah. And she asked me, she paused and she asked me one question. She said, "Daddy, how did you discover this place out of Haiti? You barely spoke English and everything." But we were just, like I said, self-propelled. I know that I wanted to do something, to become something. But guess what? I couldn't make it to University of Miami. I couldn't even go to FIU. And at Miami-Dade, where I was told that when I told one of my biology professor that the first day of school, he asked everybody what you aspire to do, in the future. I said, I want to become a medical doctor. He said, you can't be a doctor. You can barely speak English. I was told that, and I became a doctor twice. So I can become a doctor in pharmacy and doctor in medicine with 3 years of internal medicine. And to put the icing on the cake, I became the first medical doctor to be elected mayor in the Miami-Dade County area. Not in North Miami. So when I see kids nowadays, I don't feel sorry for, like, sometimes my son goes to bed like at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. His mom keep pushing him. Sometimes I feel sorry for him, but I say, hey, if we don't do it now, if we don't make him drawn in books, in schools, then he's going to be drawn in the streets. So this is the time for you to use your full potential, all the cells in the brains that you have, but with the knowledge that there are others who have come before I and who are going to be there for us. That's what I wanted you guys to go away with. So program implementation is going to be done by Mrs. You want me to call you Mrs. or Miss? Miss Marilyn Paris, Paris Lawson. Miss Lawson is a 15-year veteran. She's a 15-year veteran high school residence and college preparation industry, and she is the president and founder of CRAMS, C-R-A-M-S, Consulting LLC, which is College Readiness Access and Motivational Services, which is a comprehensive pre-college enrichment service designed to prepare, engage, and empower students for their journey to college, career, and life. And Ms. Lawson is best known actually for her passion to motivate students to tap into their inner selves, work to their potential, and earn their way to college through hard work, perseverance, dedication, and self-reliance. As the former program manager for she made sure she wanted me to read the whole thing. So she's the former program manager for Take Stock in Children and project manager of the Upward Bound program. Marilyn is credited for implementing 2 life-impacting, multi-million-dollar federally funded programs at several inner-city schools in Miami-Dade County. She is currently the developer and facilitator of the City of North Miami's Leaders in Training, Workforce Readiness, Civic Engagement, and Leadership Development Program, which just wrapped up its 3rd year. Furthermore, Ms. Paris Lawson has been recognized for her exemplary work in the areas of education, social services, and human services. She is a recipient of numerous awards. A few of her most cherished ones are a proclamation from the City of North Miami, being named among South Florida top best black educators in 2015 by Legacy Magazine, a proclamation for Miami-Dade County Schools, the recipient of the Beyond the Bell Community Partner Award from North Dade Regional Chamber of Commerce, acknowledging her service to local schools. She was recognized as a Neighborhood Excellence Emerging Leader by Bank of America for her leadership in the nonprofit sector. She is also the recipient of the Outstanding Service Award given by Miami-Dade County Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and help me welcome Miss Lawson, who's going to come up and tell us about the program. How did I do? Don't you ever do that again to me.
Every time you have to do that, you complain. I love it. You mastered it. You know, the reason why I felt, and I did condense that. That's a condensed version of my bio. Well, look who's here. My friend back there. Hi, how are you? And as a person who, well, first of all, good evening, everybody. Like the mayor said, my name is Marlene Paris Lawson. I am the president and founder of CRAMS Consulting. CRAMS is an acronym that stands for College Readiness, Access, and Motivational Services. We prepare kids for college from the inside and out. And the reason why I do insist, if I'm going to speak at any engagement, I do insist on having a partial copy of my bio read, because I earned it. I worked for it. Every credential, every recognition was through hard work and perseverance. And when I am in the midst of young people, I want this to be read, because I want them to know that they too can aspire to greatness. I am work in progress, and they inspire me to work even harder when I see them work hard. So, when the mayor reached out to me and asked for my assistance with starting this process, it was a no-brainer. And everybody who knows me knows that I'm a sucker for kids. If it has to do with kids, I am there. If you invite me to a party and it's a bunch of grown-ups, I may not show up. But you invite me to a function where I am acknowledging kids, I am recognizing kids, I'm working with kids, I'm grooming kids, I will drop everything in a heartbeat to be there. So that said, thank you, Mayor. And I've known you for a very long time, and I've known you probably longer than most people in this room. And it is fair to say that your heart has always been in the right place all the time. That is why I admire you, and I admire the work that you do and what you stand for. And you've earned your respective degrees, and although now it looks great and everybody sees of your achievement, but I know it wasn't easy, as you said. I know you worked hard for it, and I know you earned every minute of it. And you are one of a few doctors that I'm proud to know and affiliate with in this community. And I can tell you, your story is so similar to the ones that I admire. And I think, and I said this at our lit program, when somebody tells you you can't do something, it's just like pouring gasoline into a pile of wood. They set me on fire. And that's what it should do for each and every one of you. The best compliment somebody can pay me is to tell me I can't do something. Because if I was feeling complacent, then that sets the fire in me to move forward. So I'm a go-getter by nature, by habit, by practice. I am a go-getter. And I make no apologies for that, because those who achieve more in life are those who go and get. And as a black woman and as a daughter of proud immigrants and as a petite woman, as a person who is dark complected, there are so many reasons why we're told that we shouldn't, we couldn't. And I became a go-getter because I know that nothing will come easy. But then I don't like easy. I always take the hard way to the high road and the hard way to get things done. But what I admire most in what I do, I prepare kids for college from the inside and out. What motivates me, what inspires me, is finding kids who are hungry, not hungry for food, but hungry for opportunities. I'm inspired, I'm moved by kids who are go-getters. Oftentimes in the community, I am a resource person for many people. If there's an opportunity out there and they want a quick turnaround time, they reach out to me because they know not only do I produce go-getters, but I have a way of reaching a lot of them. And just last Friday, I was given this assignment to select, although the mayor and I have been talking about this program for quite some time, last Friday I was told, we need to get this going. And on Monday, today is what, Wednesday? On Monday, I sent out the announcements to several schools. There are schools that did not respond. And I have, through my affiliations with many schools, I reached out to those who are children-centered, because the children-centered administrators will drop everything and just spread the word. And by Tuesday night, I was getting requests for our application left and right. There are many kids that reached out to me and requested information, but only a handful responded to everything. I put together this document. Sometimes I like to test young people when they say they want more, they want opportunities, they want scholarships, they want recognitions, they want this. Sometimes I like to test them. And the way I do that is by just throwing things and see how they respond. Well, I'm proud to tell you that this is the initial process, the screening process. And if I were in the position to make a decision, it would be a no-brainer. Though the young people that whose names I'm gonna call out right now, they would be the ones, because this is exactly what this program was created for. The mayor, through his leadership, had this vision. And he wanted to create an internship program that will provide college and university students with the opportunity to work on special projects and or assignments with professionals and organizations in their desired career fields. These students will be carefully paired with an elected official, and it may not even necessarily be just limited to North Miami elected officials, but throughout the county, and city department or organizations according to their interests, to provide meaningful learning experiences and positions within the various municipal departments of the Excuse me, the mayor would like to interrupt me for a minute. It's a party, sir. You can do what you want to. Okay. All right. So, that's okay. So, so positions are within the various municipal departments of the city of North Miami, partnering businesses, community-based organizations, and corporations throughout South Florida. The mayor's LEAD internship program, and LEAD is an acronym that stands for Leadership, Education, Achievement, and Development. The mayor's LEAD internship program is designed to provide qualified candidates with practical and educational work experience to enhance their academic and professional curriculums. Internships generally will last one semester, coinciding with the university or college school year. Through various workshops facilitated by the city or selected entities, this internship will also provide an opportunity for interns to meet and interact with city leadership and gain insight to the many functions of municipal government. Through workshops and professional development activities, students will learn governance and participate in practical projects that match their educational objectives and career goals. And of course, there are many other criteria that they must meet, which we won't go into, but once they go to the next phase of the selection process, they will know exactly what they are. This opportunity is so critical. Being in the field that I'm in, I see so many powerful students, so many hungry kids. But once they get through to a certain point in life, because they haven't had the exposure, they're limited. They don't move forward. Then they become stagnant. They become complacent. They accept any job, and those jobs may not allow them to fully work to their potential. Throughout my travels, when I tell people what I do and the successes that I have produced, as I stand here before you as an 18-year veteran in this business, in this field, I have produced pharmacists, I have produced doctors, I have produced lawyers, I have produced nurses, I've produced teachers, I've produced so many professionals. And I can tell you, a lot of those students came from where you are today. A lot of those students have similar stories as you. And the difference, what propelled them to reaching so many of those goals, is the exposure that I was fortunate to work for different organizations that have allowed me to create opportunities for these students. And as a result, they reach their potential. So when the mayor and I started chatting about this, I'm like, are you kidding me? This is exactly what our kids in the city of North Miami needs. So I am so, so, so proud to be somewhat affiliated with this process. So I created this 3-page questionnaire, and I sent it to them, and intentionally. And I wanted to see who really was hungry. And I sent this to them at the beginning of the day, probably midday yesterday, and I gave them until 10 p.m. to submit a fully well thought out questionnaire. So for each time, I will read a question and the response, and then acknowledge the student. If you had to describe yourself to someone, that would say, what would they say about you? And I'll read to you all the questions, and then one per student. And the next question was, if your parents had to describe you, what would they say about you? I'm always curious to know what the student would say about themselves compared to what the parents, or what they think their parents would say. Who do you look up to, and why? What are your dreams and what are your aspirations? And I also asked them to please include your intended college major and career goals. And the next question, describe your current family situation. Most of these opportunities are given to those that need it the most, and that's what I love about it. And then I have in parentheses, please include current hardships, illnesses, unexpected losses, because oftentimes those are the barriers. And then the next question was, how can you benefit from this internship professional mentoring opportunity? And the next, based on what you know about the mayor's lead program criteria, and what makes you the best candidate? And then lastly, tell us about your academic and personal achievements. And you know someone is hungry when they stay up late at night to fully, I have to show this to you. See, I assess students not by their GPA, but by their ability to go the extra mile. When they go the extra mile without being asked to do so. This young lady, when I sat there in my bed reading her responses, and I instantly became a fan. Because let me tell you, I'm very observant. And I notice things that most people don't. And that's why I'm in the business of working with children. There were lines. I created lines for those that printed it and needed to write it. This young lady removed the lines because the lines posed as limitations. And she wanted to make sure that she that she used the entire space given so she can help me, so she can introduce herself to me and the rest of you. This is awesome. Look at that. And then I got to the last page, and I was like, I have to meet this girl. I don't care if I'm having a heart attack. Take me here, bring me here first before you take me to the emergency room. This is the list of her accomplishments, the last page, the bottom. Now, I know of professionals that have been in the field for 15, 20 years that do not have that do not have a bio that looks like this. Okay. So I'm going to bounce back and forth. I'm going to select a question and read it as I introduce each student. There's so much that I could say about this young lady, but I'm going to cheat a little bit. So the first question, if you had to describe yourself to someone, what would you say? What would you say to them about you? She wrote, if I had to describe myself to someone, I would say that I am a proud, hardworking Haitian American born of immigrant parents in search of a better life. I would also say that this has turned me into a passionate individual with great aspirations and abundance of ambition, effort, intelligence, persistence, and dedication. I am also open-minded. I take all my successes as victories and my failures as challenges to do better next time. Failure is not an option for me. I can admit that sometimes I'm a little hard on myself because of the experiences I have endured. However, I am working towards improving that aspect of my self-esteem. I possess a sense of maturity that allows me to understand that it is my responsibility to use my knowledge to the best of my ability. With the combination of my ambition and the resources that I seek, I am bound to be successful. So, this is who she is. And the question was, please describe your current family situation, include current hardships, illnesses, and unexpected losses. And the reason why this is so important for me to know, every time I'm creating a form where something is being awarded or rewarded, I always put that because I want people to know where these kids are coming from. I want people to know what drives them, what motivates them. They're not just a GPA, a high GPA. Anybody can get the GPA, but not everybody can rise above. And she wrote, my parents often overcome challenges just to make ends meet. Although I never complain because it is a blessing just to have food on the table. A couple of days ago, my dad looked into my eyes with a face full of concern as I told him that the power was cut off yet again. In realization, there was nothing he could do about it since his single paycheck was quickly swallowed by the bank to compensate for the money that was borrowed to pay the monthly mortgage. However, with years of living under these circumstances, I have learned to adapt to my situation. It has become harder though, because my father, who is the head of the household, recently went through a partial foot amputation due to a history of diabetes and is unable to work. My mother is currently struggling with her part-time job at Publix just to make ends meet and support our family of 5. Sometimes I just want to go crazy, quit school, and give up so I can help my family. However, I think about it and say, if my parents have yet to give up after all they have done, after all they have been through, why should I? And this drives me to fight to be successful. Ladies and gentlemen, let us raise the roof as we welcome Miss Kimberly Dacius. Darcy. You stand right here, baby. Now, you thought that was awesome. There are so many, I serve students from every socioeconomic background. If you were to decide to quit, we would understand. But we also know that you're not a quitter. Miss Kimberly Dacius has a 4.9 GPA. And she will be attending the University of Miami in the fall. And now, each time I meet a group of kids that are like hungry, I create a club. And with the LIT program, I created the One Percenters Club. And there are 5, 6, 7 of you in that club. And we have a group chat, and we talk, and we cry, we do everything. And so we have Kimberly. Now you are part of the No Excuses Club. Stand right there. Then we have this young lady came into my life, and I don't know what happened, but she came into my life and made a home in my heart. The question is, who do you look up to and why? And she wrote, Dr. Eric Thomas, the world-renowned motivational speaker and hip-hop preacher. I look up to him because his failures and shortcomings, he still managed to work his way to become the #1 motivational speaker in the world. The way in which he speaks, he captivates everyone and moves them to get up and chase their dreams with no fear but the fear of not going after what you know in yourself you're capable of achieving if you put your mind to it. At this time, I would like for us to put our hands together for Ms. Ronelda Ilyasin. Ronelda has a 4.3 GPA and will be attending the University of Florida in the fall. Next, we have Ms. Bianca Gray. If your parents had to describe you, what would they say about you? Ms. Bianca wrote, my mother would describe me as a determined young lady because once I have my mind set on something, there isn't anyone or anything that can change my mind. I will make sure that whatever obstacle is in my way can and will be resolved. My mother will also describe me as a reserved person because when I'm around people that do not know me, I tend to become shy and introverted. I will be observant and not talkative. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Ms. Bianca Gray. Ms. Bianca has a 4.5 GPA, and she will be attending St. Thomas University in the fall. Next, we have Ms. Leif Gaston. How can you benefit from this internship professional mentoring opportunity? And she wrote, this opportunity will help me to further my business knowledge and also be great for networking. This will also give me the opportunity to grow my business mindset. This internship will allow me to get to know people of different backgrounds, people who have different points of view. I will also be able to learn things to help further my work experience. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Ms. Leif Gaston. Liv will be attending Florida International University in the fall with a 4.3 GPA. Last but certainly not least, this young lady and I go way back. Since middle school, she's been my mentee. We've gone through trials together. I've seen her persevere. She's endured some of the most heart-wrenching losses, and yet she continues to persevere, and I'm so, so proud of her. What are your dreams and aspirations? She wrote, my dream is to become a nurse practitioner. One day, I want to open a clinic that caters to those who aren't fortunate enough to get medical attention. When my family and I first got to the United States, for about 6 months, we couldn't afford to see a doctor. There are a lot of people, homeless and immigrants, who are in the same situation I was in. I want to be able to provide this necessity to the community. You need to talk to him. So the I wanted to read to you an additional question because I lived this with her when she was in the 10th grade. It says, please describe your current family situation. Currently, I live with my mom and 2 brothers. My dad passed away in a car accident when I was in the 10th grade. This was an unexpected tragedy for my family and I, because we've lost someone very dear to us. He taught me to always keep God, family, and my education above anything else. After his death, my family and I had to adjust emotionally and financially. My brothers and I decided to get jobs to help my mom with the bills. I had to quit the job because I wanted to focus in school, because my education was my priority and that's what my father wanted of me. I am the only person in my family that's in college. I want to achieve my goals and make my dreams come true, not for myself, but for those who sacrificed so much for me. And I can tell you that I knew her father. Her father was a cab driver. I didn't know him personally, but by way of what I do for a living, I make it a point to know my students intimately, know their family situation. And so when her father passed away, I got the call that morning. I was in disbelief. I immediately dropped everything and drove to their home. And all 3 of them just became a blanket around me. And I can tell you that every time there was an event, every time there was something happening in their lives, their father dropped everything to show up. And not just showed up, but just showed up in a suit and tie. He looked like a dignitary every time he stepped into a room. A gentleman of great height, a gentleman, a soft-spoken gentleman, and one who loved his family, and he loved God even more. So when this opportunity came up, I was thinking of who do I know who could benefit. I immediately sent her a message, and I said, there is an opportunity that is available. I want you to consider applying. How hungry are you? And she said to me, Mrs. Lawson, if you are part of it, I know this is going to be good for me. And she responded instantly. Rose is one of 3 children. She has 2 brothers that dropped out of high school, never made it. So she will be the first in her family to obtain that degree and live the dream that that her father had for each and every one of them. Mayor, whether I continue to be part of this or not, I want to tell you that a lot of politicians speak the word, but you live it. From the moment I met you so many years ago, you continue to be a person who never forgets his humble beginnings. And as such, you could easily do what most people have done and say, well, I got mine, why can't they? But instead, you never forgot your hardships, and you understood your responsibility as an elected public official. You also remembered your responsibility as a human being, and you live and subscribe to the saying, to whom much is earned, nothing was given to you. To whom much is earned, much is expected. So with that, I say to you, these are our candidate. Oh, Rose, my baby. Whew, my goodness. Okay. Everybody, put your hands together for my baby. I was giving you time to dry your eyes, and then I forgot. Yeah, I was fighting it too. I know. I went there to that day. Rose is a student at Miami-Dade College. She just completed her AA degree and is preparing. Yeah. She's preparing. She earned a 3.5 GPA. And she's preparing to take the prerequisites to get into the nursing program. And I can tell you she is soft-spoken like her dad, gentle human being, beautiful soul, very helpful, never a complainer. And if I was a decision maker and I had to select, these are the students who want this the most. Because out of hundreds, the mayor even went on the radio to talk about this program and the benefits of this program. The cream rose on top. And not just responsively, but they earn the right to be up here, to be considered candidates of the mayor's LEAD program. So ladies and gentlemen, please let us raise the roof for Rose Farah Joseph, for Ronelda Eliasim, for Liv Gaston, for Bianca Gray, and for Kimberly Desius. You want to go and stand? Go in the center, and the mayor will take a picture with you.
Thank you, guys, for coming. No, ladies, no guys.
Darcy, are you taking pictures? Okay. Mayor, I think you should be in the middle. Yeah. This is your show.
So then in that case, Mayor is gonna be right next to her. In the green. Okay, and move this way, guys. So it's gonna be 3.
We're blue, so let me go this way.
No,
So it's 3-3.
he was
You
3 on the
adjusted
side.
3-3. Well, okay, it's okay. Go over there and then you can switch.
So I do color coordination. Yeah, there
Okay,
you go.
Go right in the middle. Go right in the middle. All right. So move this way a bit more. So we cover the wall. All right. Yeah. Right. Okay.
We have the chief of staff come. Chief.
Hold on a second.
Chief, come on.
Okay, just one more. Just one and then we'll put it. All right, guys. Okay. Right.
Chief.
Hello there. Congratulations. All right, guys, right here. All right, 1 and 2, 1 more, 1, 2, 3.
Good. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Now we have to speed it up a little bit. As we understand, these are the initial applicants. The word applicants mean a lot because we have to be as transparent as we can be, as democratic as we can be, right? So these are the applicants for the moment, and I believe the committee is already in place, and the committee is going to work in tandem with our consulting firm owned by the person who preceded me on the podium. And after being considered through all the criteria that are set by the North Miami Foundation? North Miami Foundation, and they're going to be evaluating all the applicants, and I don't know how long it's going to take them, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before the final decisions are made. So apart from doing this and getting the 4.5, 4.9 GPAs and so forth, you have to kneel down and pray also that you get into this program. I'm very excited about this program. I can't wait to see like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what this program is going to be like. And for you to be part of the inaugural process, it's, when you become president of the USA, then you're going to say, this is where I started, in the city of North Miami. We also have in the back Mr. Mike the Knife, Michael McDermott. He's very active in this city. This is like he cannot miss anything good that's going on. He just come to it and make it better. Thank you very much, cuz. Josette sitting in the back. Now, we have a little icing on the cake tonight because I figured, yes, we're talking about academia and economic development. All these take place in everything that we just talked about. And Ms. Eliassen, as I stated earlier, is a member of the Junior Council. And can you come to the back front? And also, I'm sorry, I forgot your last name. Kessler. Oh, okay. Yeah. So there are two members of the Junior Council, and they've had the opportunity to, I don't know what your experience has been thus far. I wanted you to suggest take 2 words. No, 2 minutes, I mean. Oh. 2 minutes and say something about the Junior Council that they have sat, up there on the dais. And they have labored on many, many meetings, and we taught, I taught them the ropes, how to conduct the meeting, how to raise their hands and make a motion, write the resolutions, and those type of things. And these are the type of things that we need to do in our community to engage our kids. So without any further ado, 2 words, 1 minute and 59 seconds.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vaneldi Lyson, as the mayor stated. I'm a senior at William H. Turner Technical Arts High School in the Academy of Criminal Justice. And this opportunity was brought upon me because I was elected as my school Student Government Association president. And our activities director, Ms. Shipman, was like, there's this great opportunity in North Miami to be on the North Miami Junior Council. Today is the last day. Are you able to go over there and be able to attend the meeting? And I was like, I don't know, but I'll find a way to get there. And I found a way, and I got here. And I would like to say that this is a really, really great opportunity because just being on the dais, as someone that wants to go into politics, I would like to be the first Haitian American U.S. Attorney General. So this is a great experience to actually be able to get into government and actually see like how the actual city council is able to sit on the dais, deliver their resolutions, actually vote on the matters on the dais. So it was really, really a great experience. And through this experience, I was able to meet Miss Lawson, my mentor. So. Thank you.
Good afternoon, evening. I am Elijah Kessler of Mass at FIU, Biscayne Bay campus. Well, as I should say, Jefferson Monell is not here, but the beautiful Biscayne Bay campus. I was shown this opportunity. I wasn't, believe it or not, I was not the initial choice. Now, for my school, we had 2 representatives, but apparently they could not take it, and I wanted this originally, but I was not given to me. That didn't mean I could stop there. I kept coming to the meetings until they had to give me the spot, and here I am. And I eventually got my own chair, and I got a taste to see of what my first government office was like. Now, I love engineering; it's my passion. Actually, I want to go be aeronautic engineer when I want to go to college. But also, I have a side thing. I love public speaking, and I love I guess I like politics too, like discussing things and like debates, which is why also in my school I became the executive SGA president there. That's the president of all presidents in my school.
All right.
And
like it is.
yeah, this whole organization, it gave me like it's a platform, it's an opportunity to learn how this works, because like something preliminary before I go into college, because like I know when I do get into college, it'll give me something over the original the people there when I try to go for the SGA there, because right here it gives me the experience of how to deal with adults, how to propose things, how to get actual actions completed, and everything's so official. It's way more organized than my school. I feel like I really needed this, and it's overall a great opportunity. We didn't get to finish everything, but that's just how things work, and that doesn't mean I'll stop doing it. I'm physically unable to quit, so whatever happens, I just keep going.
All right, let's speed it up. I wanted to give you guys a very, very good gift this evening. That's why I went high and low and searched to see who is the person who is a very fit to come and stand here and deliver a few words of encouragement to our candidates. Not just the candidates, I guess everybody else who is present here. Stichiz. That's the way she spells her name. Stichiz. Stitches. Stitches is a Canadian born to Haitian parents. Stitches is a woman of God, artist, radio personality, and community champion. As seen recently on BET's One Shot, she has been described as a trilingual, tongue-twisting, international award-winning entertainer and artist on the rise by publications across the globe. Stitches is a complete package, so she says, with a stylish, unique, infectious appeal and unforgettable presence on stage. She flips and mixes hip-hop lyrics in English, Creole, and French. She then splashes in a touch of reggae and rock-like vocals to give her listeners a one-of-a-kind experience. The schizophrenic. That's a long twister. That's a tongue twister. The schizophrenic experience. Oh, wow. I'm going to practice that when I get home. Stitches is no stranger to the spotlight and has performed in venues with over 10,000 audience members. The young entertainer has graced the stages with and performed as the opening act for world-renowned artists such as Wyclef Jean, Nas, Gucci Mane, Lil Kim, Fred Hammond, Shawn Mendes, Capleton, Damian Marley, RCD, and more. Oh my God! While showing utmost respect for these musical luminaries, Stitches always commends the audience and leaves her own everlasting effect. Radio. Stitches seamlessly transforms her dynamic artistic energy to an equally amazing radio personality. Collegiate members recently presented her with the NAACP Image Award for Best South Florida Radio Personality. You can hear Stitches on the airways in many markets across the U.S. and overseas. Listen to her on iHeartRadio, WMIB 103.5 The Beat FM as the official female voice and the midday bay for Miami's urban radio station, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Saturday. WHYI Y100 100.7 FM Miami, longest running contemporary hit music station. 3 FM The Beat in Jacksonville, various markets across the U.S. Community. Stitches is extremely passionate about music and being a radio personality, but she is most passionate about serving Christ, Almighty God, and her community. She is the founder of Project Teach, and with various partners, including Literacy Connect IA Incorporated. Stitches travels to various locations, building small book nooks, libraries for kids, the Art of Reading project. Her other initiatives include Martin Luther King's Celebration Committee board member, Girls Make Beats board member, Women of Tomorrow mentor and scholarship programs mentor, Literacy Connection official spokesperson, Jewels for My Locks, right? Jewels for My Locks official spokesperson. Her daily mission is to use all of her gifts, platforms, and voice that God has given her to uplift and inspire as many people as possible. God gave us music. Music speaks life. Find your note and live it. Say Stitches. While creating projects such as the Art of Reading project, Stitches is in their final editing stages for her new children's book. Additionally, she is finishing projects with, how do you say it? We Them Those? Huh? We Them Those, Mecca, aka Grimo, Grima's DJ Epps, and Magnificent Beats. Her highly anticipated EP, Soul Searching, will be scheduled for an April 2018 release. That was last year. However, music fans can expect another mixed CD from Stitches December. That was 2 years ago, which will feature hit singles Merci Bon Dieu, Thank You God. I heard you last night. That was very nice. Produced by Roy and Twinkie, Raj and Twinkie, and with vocals by Zorenzo, and it's really love. Yeah, that's the one you sang last night. Produced by Track Zions. Both records are available on iTunes. There is never a dull moment with Stitches. So stay tuned for the next schizophrenic experience coming to a town near you. Please put your hands together for Stitches.
Gotta give me a hug for that. I sit and think about daughters never knowing their fathers, and all the sons making babies when they babies they self. And the cycle of miseducation keep us suppressed. I get to thinking it's slavery in present day tense. The chokehold ain't no mold on it used well enough. Before go what they told you, you were meant to be great. Our heritage is our savior, all we lacking is faith, but breakdown ain't no break now. You on the road. They say now what you think now, but you ain't falling for it. So let the blind lead the blind, watch the ditches of finer. They say money rule the world, I decline it with conscience. L'âge pas qu'à ma grâce, c'est bon Dieu qui va. Or you can love with your heart and you will reap it back. Don't listen to those been jaded, misery loves company. Yes, that is a fact, and your path is set different. I say it loud. I say it proud. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Matthew 5:14, if you ever had some doubt. Thank you, guys. So thank you guys for that wonderful welcome, but I'm going to be super duper short. If you don't know me, I go in and out of accents. It's just something I was raised with. I don't know. It's not leaving. I get paid for it. So pretty much I'm going to keep it very brief, but I'm glad to be here speaking about paid internships and just your process and just going forward. I don't know really what much else to say because it sounds like all of you are the creme of the crop. So I think if I may, just drop whatever God puts in me. But first, Mayor, what you created, this program is amazing. Paid internships. I wish I had a paid internship. I don't think you guys get it. Getting paid for this is amazing because back when, and even certain places now, it's really people go get it simply for the knowledge and simply for the experience. So for you to also get the experience, the knowledge, and the money, that's kind of a big deal. So first and foremost, I want you to take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. What does that mean? I'll share with you some things that happened to me. A couple of points that I'll just share with you. Take advantage of it. When an opportunity comes within the position that you're in, take it. It may be a situation where you have to pick up water, a water bottle. You have to pick up the trash. Don't be above it. Don't be above it, okay? Something that I've actually learned in recent years, and even my mom actually taught me this. Sometimes, and most recently, sometimes God will place you here at the bottom so he can train you, okay? So don't dismiss the training process, because you're never going to be given something that you can't hold. Does that make sense? So how many of you have been through things? Who's had some struggles, a little problem or two, a little issue or two? If you're still here, then that problem, that issue was a part of your building process, okay? So I never want you to take it as somebody's hitting on me, somebody's picking on me. Because if it's happening to you, then it's probably something to build you for the next level. It didn't take you out. It's not going to take you out. And just like this young man said, it's not in your, you can't stop. That's what you said, eh? You're unable to quit. Let that be set, stamped, stapled in your mind. I'm unable to quit, but find out why. Why do I say that? It's important to know why you're unable to quit. Because the minute it gets tough, the minute your back is against the wall, the minute you feel like, and this is for any age, the minute that you feel like you can't anymore and there's nobody around you surrounding you with that love, you're going to quit. You're going to want to quit. But you have to fall back on the why. And I would go a step further and say, let not the why be the money. I will go a step, I will be bold in saying that. Let not your why be simply money, because money comes and goes. I will go as far as say, let it be something intangible. What does that mean? Something that you really can't even touch, because no one could take it. You'll get it later. Something intangible they can't take. Something tangible they can take. Find the why and let the why stick. If you are still here today, through all the struggles, through all the problems that you've been through, if you're still here today, that means there's still a purpose that you must fulfill. A couple of things that will sideswipe you, and I'll share with you, because are we family today? Can we be family today? Okay. A couple of things that might sideswipe you. Who's on social media? To be honest, tell the truth. Don't do that. Tell the truth. Who's on? Yeah, sis, you on social media with them hot yellow shoes. You on social media. Don't do that. Social media is a gift and can be a curse, depending on how you really use it. Don't let it be a curse for you. What does that mean? It can suck you in. While you're spending time flipping through everybody's page, while you're spending time flipping through who got what, how did they get so-and-so, how come their life looks so nice, how come they got this and I didn't get this and I'm struggling for this and I got, how? That's time. That's like a warp. It's warping you in. You might be just minding your business and somebody just calls you out of nowhere. I'm going through that, mind my business. And people will call you out. What do? Move on. Why? Because you have a purpose. And your purpose is not to get warped in. Does that make sense? You have a business, of course. Be on social media, be on Instagram. Promote what you have going on. But don't be a part of the warping. Because the minute you get sucked in, the minute you respond to negativity, it's like a leech. Do you guys know what a leech is, mate? A leech, it comes on you and it leeches. And it just waits for that one little flesh to come through. Ooh, thank you. That one little flesh to respond, that flesh being your response. That flesh being, oh, well, you didn't have to say this. Oh, that's not what I meant. That's a response. Don't give it your energy. Don't give it your time. Because you really ain't got that kind of time. Why? Because you have purpose. And don't let people's faults and their own personal problems turn you down. Because some people will allow their own faults to be put onto you. Just because they don't know how to deal with it doesn't mean you have to be confused and not know how to deal with yours. Make sense? So take advantage of the opportunities. Surround yourself with the people that love you. Pay attention to your crowd. Pay attention to the people that are around you. Listen to what they're saying. Sometimes people's speech and their walk will not match. Why is that important? Because when you have people that are constantly feeding negativity to you, or honestly feeding negativity to themselves, that's going to come off on you. It's going to jump to you. And one day you're going to be sitting there like, I don't think I'm that great. No, I don't. You're going to start questioning yourself, and you've never done that before. And even if you did, you're going to do it even more. So be mindful of who you're surrounding yourself with. Who are you allowing into your life? Who are you allowing to feed you? Feed you meaning knowledge. Feeding you meaning positive reinforcement. And who are you feeding? It can't just be all about you. It's not life. It's not going to work like that. It's kind of the best analogy, and I'll wrap it out soon. Maya, you know what I mean? If I'm doing this, taking, and all I'm taking, it has to be reciprocal. But be mindful what you're taking and what you're giving. If all I'm taking in is garbage, what's filling me up? Come on. If I'm putting out positivity everywhere, just trying to give it, might have a bad day. You're allowed, you're human. But if I'm putting it out 9 times out of 10, I'm going to get it back. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you it's going to be easy. Why? No, it'll be hard. But remember your why. Remember why you started. Remember the reason. Remember the purpose. And even if you don't get to exactly where you see yourself, because I thought I was going to be the first congresswoman, entertainment lawyer, musician. I did an internship with a public defender. I said, no, never in my life. I'm not doing that. No. I'll help people another way. Not going to do that. So that's why these internships, though, are important. So you can delve into the craft that you're interested in. And if you don't like it, it's fine. But find something you love and get paid off of it. Yeah? Find the why. Be mindful of your crowd and never stop. Yeah. God bless you guys. Thank you. What? Oh.
All right. We couldn't let Stitches go without saying thank you the right way. In the city of North Miami, we know how to thank people, right? You do. Right, Chief? Oh, Chief is gone. This is a Professional Achievement Award. Professional Achievement Award presented to Stitches in appreciation for your vigor, agility, candor, exquisite energy, and swagger as a promising next generation professional in the community. Your positive attitude will take you very far and high in the social ladder. Dr. Smith Joseph, Mayor, City of North Miami, May 22nd, 2019.
Thank you, Mayor. Aw. Thank you.
You like it?
I love it. Sit better, we. Can they all come? Can y'all come in this picture, please? Sorry. Come on in, Roberta.
Some of you come this way.
No, don't do that. We don't celebrities.
Good? Don't go anywhere if you don't mind. We have one more.
Wait, I got it. You guys are so cute. Wait, hold on, guys. You guys just wait here.
Whenever we get the opportunity, we also honor a lot of people in this community who are really doing a wonderful job, helping the people in need. Sometimes people spend their time helping people they don't even know, people that they don't care whether they get anything back from them because they're just sacrificing their time. And we have one sitting right here. That's why I'm presenting this civic award, an outstanding civic award, presented to Mr. Charles Cazo. Mr. Charles Cazo, in appreciation for your energetic and enthusiastic attitude and social contribution by helping the people in need in the community. Dr. Smith Joseph, Mayor, City of North Miami, May 22nd, 2019.
Thank you, Dr. Good evening, everyone. My name is Charles Cazo, and I'm very humbled to be here this afternoon to receive this award. A special thanks to Dr. Smith and the City of North Miami. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anything else?
I'll call up the other one. All right, and now for a special presentation to our very own mayor, Dr. Smith Joseph, from Sunless Martin, a staff of Commissioner Suarez's office, from Commissioner Suarez's office.
Thank you, Alberta. Good afternoon, everyone. The Miami-Dade County Mayor and Board of County Commission. Born in St. Louis du Nord, Haiti, Dr. Smith Joseph migrated to the United States in 1979 with his family and settled in Miami, where he graduated with a diploma in laboratory technology and began working as a lab technician specialist with the University of Miami Jackson Memorial Hospital, earning several degrees through the years, including a doctorate degree in pharmacy from Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University and a degree in osteopathic medicine from Nova Southeastern University. Dr. Joseph opened his professional medical practice in 2001. His proficient attributes did not stop there, as this distinguished gentleman became the first medical doctor to be elected mayor of North Miami, a position he has held since 2014 with distinction and excellence. And throughout his tenure, Mayor Joseph has made a difference within the city of North Miami, and his efforts, both politically and civilly, have helped him earn the respect of his peers and citizens throughout. Therefore, it is only fitting that he be applauded today for leaving a lasting legacy on our society as a fierce leader and compassionate public servant. Now, therefore, on behalf of Miami-Dade County and this community, do hereby proclaim Wednesday, May 22nd, 2019, is the Honorable Dr. Smith Joseph Day.
Thank you. I didn't expect this. Usually I give this out to people. Thank you very much, man.
One more. This was Dr. Smith Joseph. I got a chance to know Dr. Smith Joseph over a few years. Great guy. When we was called from the office, I was thinking, okay, what could we sort of get Dr. Smith? When I ran in the counter with Dr. Smith, we got him a pen that says Miami-Dade County Board of County Commissioners. This pen is a great pen because when others sort of write you off, you have a chance to sort of write your future. And that's what I've been fortunate to have an opportunity working under Dr. Smith Joseph. He's allowed me the opportunity to sort of write my future, and I'm very happy and excited to have met him. And he's a good friend, And I just wanted to thank you.
Looks good, man.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Absolutely, you're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Well, this is it, folks. Well, that's what they say. Well, Stitches just said it a while ago. We are evolving. We are living in what we call a symbiotic relationship, right? What is symbiotic relationship? It's a relationship. It is not a parasitic one. Parasitic one is the one where they only take. But the symbiotic one is the one where I need you and you need me. You provide certain resources that I need to survive, and I provide certain resources that you need to survive. And if you go to any places and you realize you're only giving and nothing is being given to you, walk away. Walk away, do not stay there. I get so much from this community. When I went to Atlanta to specialize in internal medicine, I was given the opportunity to stay there because I was actually the only Haitian to be out there during that time. But I kept thinking, 1979, I came to Miami. That's where I grew up. That's where my roots are. That's where I need to be. I cannot get away from Miami-Dade County. And that's why I came back, because I know that there are good things here for me to continue to evolve and get to new heights in my life. So you do the same thing. Wherever you find a place where you think this is where you belong, stay and make sure that you make the best of it. Thank you very much. I think there is food waiting for us out there. I'm going to put this pen to good use.
Just the three of you right now.
Yeah?
Just the three of you.
Oh. The mayor should sit in the middle, right?
No, the mayor can. Huh? No, just something for fun. Just for fun. It's covered.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's go out there and eat.
All right, food time, sir.
Alright, so each one wanna do individual?
Albert.
You know what?
Okay,
I found your brother that was waiting.
I wait for you.
I found it online. I'm gonna get you.
Alberta.